for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see them.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. The Cleveland Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's a preseason matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yeah, that's a good throw right there, and our understanding is that he's probably going to play the bulk of this first half. It's only the second week of the preseason, but you can already see the connection he's got with his receivers and tight ends. And he's clearly enjoying himself so far. That throw, it picks up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Wood. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 49 yards. And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Oh, that's a great throw right there. And this is why this organization felt like they could sign him in the offseason and give him the keys to the offense. His decision-making has been top-notch, and they're hoping to see a lot of these when the season officially gets underway.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A good throw there, and that's what you want to see from a quarterback trying to cement his spot as a starter. Now, worth pointing out, we're expecting to see this group for the first half of this game only. So they'll get a little more run than they did last week.
Yeah, this is kind of the new normal, isn't it, partner? Because we've gone from 4 preseason games to 3. So this is more like the dress rehearsal game, although there are a few teams out there that use that 3rd game a little bit more now because there's a bigger gap from the 3rd game to the opener. But what you want to see? 1 half of crisp football, a game plan in place, and guys really running through it the proper way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got him in. Complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wood. It's Rodgers here with a grab. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Richard Rodgers, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his third already in this first half, as he'll try again with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. That is taken in by Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got it complete to Rodgers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Wood on 1st down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Wood. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodgers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw is Wood. Throwing on 1st down. Touchdown! Devontae Smith on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been utterly remarkable in this first half. 5 touchdown passes already. This could be a record-breaking performance as he'll start again on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. Smith catches left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 79 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. The guys bat.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
I'm really out for blood this time. Look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the Porsche. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I'm done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the data's, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Back at it to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my concert, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. The Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. Now backed up to start their first drive. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now a throw here to his running back. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 98 yards. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He connected on his first pass of the game for a long touchdown, so we'll see what else he's got up his sleeve as they start 1st and 10 again. Off play action. Wood airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Wood. Complete. Smith has it. The 40. The 20. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 95 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Off play action. Wood. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Good work there on that completion. You know, once we made the move, Charles, from 4 preseason games down to 3, kind of tougher to know how to handle these games as a coaching staff. And they've decided they wanted at least some of their starters out there. They said probably for this entire first half. Do you agree with that?
Ordinarily, Brandon, I wouldn't, but I actually do, and here's why. When we went from 4 to 3,
touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. But Charles, what a start here for them in this game. Still in the first quarter, a sizable lead, and pitching a shutout on the other side is their defense.
the game plan is certainly in effect, isn't it? Working awfully well on the offensive side of the ball. They keep compiling points, and the defense playing with a lot of confidence and shutting them out thus far.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
And I know this is a quarterback who's looking forward to week one. He's going to get a chance here, barring injury, to be their starter and to go into a season in the #1 spot for the first time in his career. But he's put the work in over his first 4 years in the league, and he feels like this is his time.
Now Wood on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
27 yards there, a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Here's Wood on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Wood. He's got Smith here. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Wood now throwing on first down. And that is caught one-handed. it. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw again. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday, September 8th, that's when it all gets going. The defending champs, LA Rams, hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great matchups on that Sunday as well. Kansas City and Arizona, Raiders and the Chargers, and on Sunday night, Tom Brady, he's back, and his Bucs are heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Wood throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've...
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. To throw is Wood on 1st and 10. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Wood on the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw. Wood. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Wood. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Wood. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wood. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now Wood to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Here's Wood on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 30 of those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Wood. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Here he is is the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Wood. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From South Florida, good night, everybody.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us.
As you unlock ability paths, you'll open up new ways to customize your power on the field. The X Factor, Yard, and 99 Club slots help round out your player with unique boosts.
For the ledge living, I do it for the one that died but fed millions with soul food flow that stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after a new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi my city, you probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage or $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Chris, a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. The Eagles ready to go here in 2022 with a new quarterback in the fold, and it's this man, the veteran, in his 5th NFL campaign.
And this was a franchise that was looking to make a move at the quarterback position. Now, I'm not sure that this is going to wind up being a move that excites the fan base, though, because you're bringing in a guy who's been around a few years, but never really had any great deal of success where you say, here, take over the offense, and everyone loves it. It's a big risk, but they believe in their guy, and they're willing to give him a chance.
And his first look is incomplete. So, Charles, we talk about the new man under center, and he comes into this game with an 8-5 record as a starter over his first 4 years in the NFL. But the difference now, this is the first time that he's been the opening week starter.
Well, you certainly talked about it. You alluded to it. He's shown flashes over the last 4 years. But that's really been it at this point, a very small sample size. 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, throwing another 4 scores on the ground. It's certainly a limited body of work. But now, for at least one season, he's the man here. And it's the opportunity he's been waiting for.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. It's caught by Sanders. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You talk more about this new quarterback, Charles. What are the challenges you see for him taking over as the Week 1 starter?
Pardon me, you bring up the challenges. Let's go with what we know already. He's produced in limited opportunities, and we've also seen he has a flair for the big moments. 2 of his 8 wins, they came in primetime games. On the flip side, getting to know the playbook, understanding his teammates, relating to them. Can he also make the most of his talents as the guy?
You know, partner, we talked to this young man earlier in the week, and he went on and on about how his experience backing up Derek Carr for the last 4 years put him in the position he's in now as a starter.
He sure did, because he went on and on about how Derek Carr is the definition of a true professional, and how despite year in and year out noise surrounding Derek Carr about whether he was a Super Bowl caliber starting quarterback or not, Carr never wavered, showed up at work, tried to unite the team, make everyone better, make himself better, and he said he wanted to be that same kind of presence now that he's a QB1.
Wood now, throwing again, airing it out deep for Smith, and he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 46 yards. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's the kind of throw that they're looking for right there, and that's a big reason why the management, the general manager, the head coach, they all believed in this guy going into the offseason and said to him, this is your time, this is your chance, and many more throws like that, and they'll all be walking around with big grins for the rest of the season.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Devontae Smith on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first-half lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The CD, you've got Manny Kahue calling the shots for this offense. His second year as an offensive coordinator in the league. How do you see his crew on this side of the ball performing this year? He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. And this one is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Wood. And that is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Wood. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith from 21 yards away. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think
and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 33 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Wood throwing to start the drive. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 56 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 71 yards. And the Eagles have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And out now come the Eagles. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about...
He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 91 yards. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 72 yards. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. 1. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. 1. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. 1. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
To throw is 1. To throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you're...
He's got a man, complete! And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. High throw, but he makes the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Oh, yeah, that's a good throw right there. This is a big game for this man at quarterback. He's a QB1 to start the year for the first time in his career. And he's determined not to let this opportunity get away from him.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. This has just been total He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith finding the end zone yet again. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. It just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people can...
He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith finding the end zone yet again. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, he flat out can't be stopped, and the Eagles are pouring it on.
When you start at your own 20, oftentimes defenses play you for the run. They stack the line of scrimmage. They decided, let's not run into that mess. Let's get outside, get to the perimeter, go high, wide, and handsome, and throw that bad boy downfield.
Beautiful ball, good catch, and then it was off to the races, one play and in the end zone. Now come the Eagles. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Now Wood. Throwing to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. The 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home.
at my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not the ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but she leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out, Charles, the man who got the victory in the season opener, their fifth-year quarterback.
And you always want to start the season with a victory. I know that's an obvious statement, but I think it's important for him to get the win because, let's face it, he's not a household name. He wasn't the first choice of their fan base, but if he wants to win folks over, string a few victories together. I think that'll do the trick.
Here's Wood, throwing on first down. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Wood. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they start in the best of all positions, first and goal. Back to throw. Wood. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Wood now to throw on second down. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Wood on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Open, and he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Wood. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
He's number 1 in the league in touchdown passes, just through number 20 on that last drive. And they start here with a first down. To throw is Wood on first down. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood airing it out deep for Smith. They've got his man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's been sensational so far. Already up over 300 yards passing in the first half alone as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 39 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Now Wood throwing on first down. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wood. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games. Finally got me.
He had the interception on the previous drive that led to a touchdown. This game, however, still well in hand as they start again with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time...
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra, 40 yards. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wood. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wood. He's got a man. Complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from the wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Here's Wood throwing to start the drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Wood. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Wood. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling. 1st down. Wood now on 1st and 10. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 81 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
My what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. Wood going to throw again. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 40 yards. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And the yardage just continues to pile up. We're still in the third quarter. He's had a heck of a game.
Keep your calculator handy because these numbers are skyrocketing. Loving watching what he's doing right now because, what do we call it, in the zone?
Yeah, he's in the zone.
I think he's in the zone plus right now. Everything is like a laser.
See if he can stay in that zone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith finding the end zone yet again. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Even with a big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
To throw is Wood on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the hall.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Now Wood throwing to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wood airing it out deep for Smith. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. 39 yards there. A big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try. Here's Wood throwing to start the drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wood. And incomplete on the deep ball. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith finding the end zone yet again. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Tell you what, Gardner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.